welcome to another segment of Excuse Me, Mind Your Business. What we're going to be talking about, or what I'm going to talk to you about today, is the six of the real costs of leadership. As leaders, as people who desire to be leaders, there are some things that we all need to know about the truth of this journey we call leadership. Leaders are amazing. They get into leadership because of their passion, because of purpose, because they have a love for people and they desire to serve. It's sometimes because of power as well. And when I say power, I'm just not saying building themselves up, but they're in a position to make decisions and to make change, positive change, hopefully, to impact other people. That's just some of the things that people get into leadership for. However, there's the other side of leadership. What is it going to cost a person, or some of the potential costs a person may have as they go into leadership or as they walk out their leadership role? First, just want you to know that leaders are ordinary people. It's not about somebody injected you with some special blood or something like that. Leaders are ordinary people that have been provided an awesome opportunity to build, to grow, to see, to accomplish things with the synergy that comes together by leading people. Leaders are more than managers. You normally manage things, you lead people. You lead people. Again, you lead people. You don't manage, you lead people. It's something that is a very common misnomer that sometimes happens with people that are out front. It's a matter of you lead people to purpose, to destiny, to a cause. You lead them to where you're serving them. Especially if you're a servant leader, there are many different types of leaders. However, if you're a servant leader, people give you permission to lead them. They follow you. They follow you as you go toward the vision, the purpose, the destiny of the organization or the visionary. When you lead people, you build their confidence. You build their trust. Again, they give you permission to lead. One of the things, Dr. Miles Monroe is someone that I have mentored. He did not know me. However, I read his books and I read information. I watched him. I watched his life. So I'm actually someone who have studied under Dr. Miles Monroe. And one of the things that he says that I thought was really powerful to include in this is about true leadership. And I'm going to quote him specifically. It says, true leadership is born out of guiding vision and a passion to accomplish a noble task and to inspire others to develop and release their potential. It derives its fulfillment from the success of others. Personal sacrifice. As a leader, you provide personal sacrifice. Now, that is Dr. Miles Monroe out of Becoming a Leader, one of the books he wrote called Becoming a Leader. Now, the other one who I honestly respect and have watched his career as well, and as when I was connected to the military and working for the government in various arenas, both stateside as well as overseas, is General Colin Powell, who ended up being also the Secretary of State. He said leadership involves responsibility to the welfare of the group. Did you hear me? The welfare of the group. Leadership is not about being popular. Some people will get angry with your actions and your decisions, and however, you need to be open, be honorable. Being responsible sometimes means pissing people off. I like the way you said it. Sometimes doing all those things, being honorable, being responsible, doing the right thing, speaking to power, speaking truth to power can sometimes piss people off. However, being a leader sometimes means you're out there. And that's where some of these six areas that I saw in just their statements came from, some of the information. So leaders are, and from my experience as being a leader, I've been in many leadership roles, and the big thing about it is I've enjoyed it. However, one of the things I've always been taught is no matter what position you're in, you can lead from any position, like a 360 leader, as Maxwell has defined it, and others have defined it as well. You can lead from any place in an organization. It's about you. It's about you gathering the people. It's about you working toward a common cause. It's not about bringing the people together and running a coup. It's about you being one of the people that people come and talk to, that they appear to be drawn to, that they trust, that they honor, that they watch the way that you follow the vision, and you walk out your life and you lead from that perspective. So one of the things that happen in the midst of leadership is, I'm going to do it a little bit different than behind me, is it's going to cause you in some cases to be rejected. And when I say rejection, I am saying rejection, for real, rejection. There are some people that, I don't know if you've worked with people that you really had a personal relationship with as well. But sometimes when one person gets elevated and another person doesn't, even though you've had relationship with them in the past, sometimes you end up being rejected by them. Oh, who do you think you are, kind of thing. And not only that, even if you're new to an organization and you're the leader, sometimes you're rejected because you have to make the hard calls. Sometimes you're rejected because you're misunderstood. Sometimes you're rejected because of the decisions that you have to make for the good of the organization, or to align yourself to the vision, to accomplish the task that needs to be before you. It's not easy decisions, but they are decisions that need to be made. Now, the other thing is going to usually cause some criticism. People are going to criticize your decisions. They're going to criticize the person. They're going to criticize some of the outcomes, because as a leader, every decision you make may not come out like you planned. So people are going to have something to say. However, this is what I'll encourage you to do as a leader, or even people who are aspiring to be up and coming leaders, is that when you fall, get up. If you need to apologize to people or tell them, hey guys, that didn't work, it's okay. That doesn't change your position. That doesn't change the fact that you're a leader. It means that you're a greater leader because you're willing to come in and say, you know what, that didn't work. Let's go in, let's go back to the drawing board, and let's see what's the best decision to take it from here. Because when you lead, you're leading from a position of power and authority. Got it. However, you're leading people, and the people are not normally silent in it. It's people that have thoughts and visions and ideas as well. So as a leader, I encourage you to gather some information. Now, in the end, it's still your decision as a leader, as the head, as the one who's stepping out in front. However, gathering other people's ideas and thoughts is not a bad thing. It may cause you not to make as many flubs as you go forward through your process. And also, it provides buy-in. It reminds the people that you're leading, that you value them as a person. You value their thoughts, okay? One of the other things that it sometimes causes is actual loneliness. Because as a leader, you're out front. You have to make some decisions. You're stepping out before everyone. So sometimes that's a lonely position. That's a lonely place. Because you're the one who actually, which I find very interesting, is that just like you know what you want to end up with, but you can't leave the people behind. So you have to see the end, but you have to go through the process with the people. So you have to be smart in see the goals, the vision, the end, the wind at the end. But you also just can't see the wind and hope that the people get there. You have to help or assist or lead and guide them to get to the same, to what you see as a positive result, as a win at the end. So, and that's sometimes an interesting place for a leader. However, it will cause leaders to be very powerful if you can see the end, the win, the vision come to pass. You know exactly what you see. You see it stepping off. You see everybody cheering at the finish line. However, you're at the starting line. So you have to go back to the start. You still got to run the race. So run the race with the people. The other thing is it really puts you in a place of pressure. And and in that place of pressure, most people find a way to handle the stress of leadership, but that does not erase the stress of leadership, because there's a lot of responsibility that comes with leaders, with being a leader. There's a lot of people, you have to make critical decisions. You have constraints, you have external pressure, you have internal pressure. Sometimes if you're the CEO of a company, you may have stockholders or other people that are looking for results, and all of that can put pressure on you. So you as a leader need to find a way to release and relieve some of the pressure. And also the other thing is it can cause you to have mental, physical, emotional fatigue. You can become tired and just feel like everybody has sapped all of your energy and you're empty. So before that happens, I tell people no deposit, no return. So you can't keep on going to an empty well. So that you will have what the people that are following you need. Make sure you as a leader and you as an aspiring leader, make sure you find ways that you can refresh, that you can fill up, that you have people speaking life into you, that you have a great mentor that is speaking into some of the decisions and making sure they're speaking life into you, so that you'll have something to give every time you walk in the door, every time you're around the people that you're leading. That is one of the things you have to learn, whether it be to exercise, to eat well, to make sure that you're healthy and that you're not just mentally fatigued. And the other thing is it costs. It really costs. I know a lot of people who have been through the ranks that have lost their families, that have lost, don't have a great relationship with their children, all of that. So sometimes it costs you to be a leader. Now, you don't have to lose your family to be a leader. You don't have to lose your children to be a leader. However, you need to understand this is one of the things you need to consider as you step up in leadership roles and or become a leader, or you aspire to be a leader. If your child is very, very young, you may say, you know what, I'm gonna wait a few years, pour into my child, and then I'll go for this leadership role. Don't just go for the role and you haven't counted the cost. The intent of this video is to help people understand there's the rah-rah of leadership. There's the money of leadership. There's the power of leadership. There's the amazing side of leadership. However, there is a cost to leadership. Now, the cost does not outweigh, for me at least, the cost doesn't outweigh what I've accomplished as being a leader. However, you as a person need to count the cost. You need to look at your life and make sure your life is structured in such a way that you're taking care of yourself, that you consider these 6 items as it relates to leadership. Look at your resources, what it's going to cost. It's going to impact your family. It's going to impact your marriage or your relationship. It's going to impact where your resources of time and energy goes. So all of that matters. It's going to also potentially cause you some fatigue. So make sure that you take care of yourself. It's going to cause you to have some pressure, some stress. How are you going to relate and deal with the stress that you're going to walk into as a leader? And then the other 3 is loneliness, criticism, and of course rejection. Now again, I encourage you to step off and whatever your vision and your purpose is in your life, to not draw back, but to move forward. And as you move forward, these are some of the things you need to consider as you step forward as a leader, as someone that other people is following. as you grow and step out in your vision, your purpose, and your destiny. So this is just a little information to give you something to help you as you transform your life, as you grow, as you expand. And thank you for watching another segment of Excuse Me, Mind Your Business. Go ahead and subscribe so as the new sessions come, you'll be notified. Have a super day. And don't forget, it costs to be a leader. However, it's worth it.